Good afternoon. My name is Robert Freeman, and today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about texting and driving. Last year, I had a personal experience on my way to vacation with my family. My stepfather was in front of me. My mother was behind me along with my grandmother. Some lady was at a green light yield. She proceeded to make a U-turn on her phone, never saw me coming. I tried to avoid her, ended up hitting her, totaling out my car, and the airbags exploded on my leg and messed my leg up pretty bad. Here's a few statistics. In 2011, 23% of auto crashes involve a phone. That transfers to about 1.3 million wrecks involving the phone. The average text takes approximately 5 seconds. If you're traveling 55 or faster, that's an entire football field. If you close your eyes and think of the length of a football field, what if a deer runs out, a child runs out, a car crosses your path that you didn't see? A lot of bad things can go wrong in the football field. Texting makes a crash 23 times more likely to happen. Reaching for a mobile device or, say, pack of cigarettes if you're a smoker, reaching for something is 1.4 times as likely to cause a crash. A few general phone statistics: approximately 6,660 drivers are attempting to use the phone while they're driving behind the wheel. Regardless if it's Bluetooth, texting, what they're doing, their hands are on their phone, not on their wheel. 1 out of every 4 car crashes in the United States is caused by texting and driving. Texting makes crashes 23 times more likely, like I said earlier, and right here the last point says texting, driving causes a 400% increase in the time spent with your eyes off of the road. Some teenage phone statistics, because we all know teens like us like to text, change music 15 times, 15 seconds into a song, rather than just listening to the music. It says 11 teens die every single day from texting and driving. 21% of the teens are involved in fatal accidents while using their phones. And teen drivers are 4 times more likely to get in a crash using a mobile device rather than adult. I guess because they think adults have more practice with it, so they're better. But on the way here today, I actually saw a minivan, a mother, an adult, texting and driving, ran a red light, and hit a truck. So obviously not correct as it should be. And a teen driver with an additional passenger increases to a double times more likely to get in a car crash. And with 2 or more passengers, they are 5 times more as likely because they want to show out in front of their friends, drive fast, and try to look cool while texting and driving. Here's a few images. They're a little bit disturbing, but as you can see here, someone was obviously texting and driving, ran a red light or crossed the lane, normally always ending in a fatality. Here's another image of someone cut in half that was hit in a texting and driving accident. Personally, I wouldn't want to walk up on my parents like that because some child or some adult was texting and driving and saw this happen, and I wouldn't want my parents to walk up and have to identify me like this. Here's another image of just showing you how bad and how quickly things can happen. As you can see here, here's a vehicle, and there's another vehicle over here. So possibly more than 2 fatalities could have happened in this. Here's an obvious traffic texting and driving. When you're in traffic, this is a large, big truck. This car never saw it coming. The back of the bed went straight through her or his side driving. So obviously that driver probably didn't live. Maybe the passengers made it out okay. And a few questions. You should always ask yourself, how often do you text and drive? Me, I do it more than I should. I was going to pick up my phone and send a text message before I saw that wreck today, and I thought to myself, maybe we'll just put the phone down. We won't text. This can wait till I get there. Would you want your parents or your loved ones to walk up upon you if you were in one of these accidents and them have to identify you if they couldn't find your license and so sort? And also, how would you feel to know that you took someone else's life? A couple weeks ago, there was a hit and run accident. I don't know what caused it, but it said that it killed the infant in the car. Someone rear-ended some lady on an exit ramp, killed an infant. How would you like to live the rest of your life knowing that maybe you killed an infant and now you have to live with that the rest of your life because you thought LOL was the best text to send at that time? And also, now, do you want to text and drive after you saw some of these horrifying images and you think more to yourself, what's the possibility that me could get in a wreck by texting and driving? I was in a wreck and I wasn't even texting. I was driving on the way to vacation and someone else didn't want to pay attention. And it was actually at a stoplight less than a mile from her house that the sheriff said she took at least 4 to 5 times a day coming home from classes. And that concludes my speech on texting and driving.